Welcome back to my Sinnoh Pokemon research video, everyone. Now, I'm going to be doing part 2 of this video and find more Pokemon. So, let's keep going. Happiny, the Playhouse Pokemon, a normal type. In the pouch on its belly, Happiny carefully stores a round white stone that resembles an egg. It sometimes offers this stone to those it likes. Chatot, the Music Note Pokemon, a normal and flying type. Chatot can mimic other Pokemon's cries and even human speech. A group of them will often pick up the same phrase and keep repeating it among themselves. Spiritomb, the Forbidden Pokemon, a ghost and dark type. Long ago, Spiritomb was bound to an odd keystone as punishment for bad behavior. Its body is formed of more than 100 spirits. Gible, the Landshark Pokemon, a dragon and ground type. Gible are drawn to cozy caves that are kept warm by geothermal energy. Even in their warm caves, they tend to huddle together when the outside weather gets too cold. A passerby might get an unexpected chomping. Gabite, the cave Pokemon, a ground and dragon type. Gabite doesn't shed often, so its cast-off scales are hard to find, but they're a valuable ingredient in medicine. It hoards shiny things, including Carbink, in the cave where it lives. Garchomp, the Mach Pokemon, a dragon and ground type. Garchomp could win a race with a jet plane as it zooms through the skies. Some flying Pokemon have learned that colliding with a Garchomp moving at top speed is extremely dangerous. Munchlax, the Big Eater Pokemon, a normal type. Munchlax has an insatiable appetite, and it isn't too picky about flavors. To sustain itself, it has to keep eating, swallowing just about anything that looks edible. Riolu, the Emanation Pokemon, a fighting type. Riolu has a reputation as a hard worker with great stamina. It can sense the auras of others, whether people or Pokemon, and uses this sense to determine how they're doing physically and emotionally. Lucario, the Aura Pokemon, a fighting and steel type. When Lucario evolves, it gains the power not just to sense auras, but to control them. This skill is often useful in battle. If a person or Pokemon within a half-mile radius is feeling happy or sad, Lucario can tell. Hippopotas, the Hippo Pokemon, a ground type. Hippopotas lives in a dry environment. Its body gives off sand instead of sweat, and this sandy shield keeps it protected from water and germs. Hippopotame, the heavyweight Pokemon, a ground type. Hippowdon stores sand inside its body and expels it through the pores on its sides to create a twisting sandstorm in battle. Scarapy, the Scorpion Pokemon, a poison and bug type. After burying itself in the sand, Scarapy lurks in hiding. If an intruder gets too close, it latches on with the poisonous claws on its tail. Drapion, the Ogre Scorpion Pokemon, a poison and dark type. Drapion's strong arms could tear a car into scrap metal. The claw on its arms and tail are extremely toxic. Krogunk, the Toxic Mouse Pokemon, a poison and fighting type. Krogunk produces its distinctive croaking sound by inflating the poison sacs in its cheeks. The sound often startles an opponent so it can get in a poisonous jab. Toxicroak, the Toxic Mouth Pokemon, a poison and fighting type. Toxicroak's dangerous poison is stored in its throat sac and delivered through the claws on its knuckles. Carnivine, the Bugcatcher Pokemon, a grass type. Carnivine wraps itself around trees and swampy areas. It gives off a sweet aroma that lures others close, then attacks. Finneon, the Wingfish Pokemon, a water type. With its twin tails, Finneon can leap high out of the water to absorb sunlight, making the pink markings on its body shine. Sometimes a nearby Wingull notices and swoops down to attack. Lumineon, the Neon Pokemon, a water type. In the depths of the sea, Lumineon's body gives off light to attract food, but sometimes bigger Pokemon are attracted to the light instead and find it itself in an intense battle. Mantike, the Kite Pokemon, a water and flying type. Mantike enjoys the company of people and can often be seen swimming alongside boats. Tourists in Alola love to go swimming with this friendly Pokemon. Snover, the Frost Tree Pokemon, a grass and ice type. Snover live high in the mountains most of the year, but in the winter they migrate to lower elevations. Abomasnow, the Frost Tree Pokemon, a grass and ice type. Snow-covered mountains are Abomasnow's preferred habitat. It creates blizzards to hide itself and keep others away. Weavile, the sharp-claw Pokemon, a dark and ice type. In the cold places where they live, Weavile communicate with others in their group by carving up rocks and trees with their sharp claws. In the Alola region, they often battle with the cold-dwelling Sandshrew and Vulpix. Magnezone, the Magnet Area Pokemon, an electric and steel type. Magnezone is thought to receive and transmit signals as it flies through the air with the power of magnetism, though it's unknown where the signals come from. Sometimes a reported UFO sighting turns out to be Magnezone. Licky, the licking Pokemon, a normal type. The longest Licky tongue ever recorded stretched more than 80 feet. Despite its massive size, the tongue has great dexterity and can pick up small objects with ease. Rhyperior, the drill Pokemon, a ground and dark type. Rhyperior uses the holes in its hands to bombard its opponents with rocks. Sometimes it even hurts a Geodude. Rhyperior's rocky hide is thick enough to protect it from molten lava. Tangrowth, the vine Pokemon, a grass type. During warmer times of the year, Tangrowth's vines grow so rapidly that they cover its eyes. It can control its vines like arms. Electivire, the Thunderbolt Pokemon, an electric type. When Electivire beats its chest in excitement, it produces a sound like thunder and showers off electric sparks. It can unleash an intense shock by pressing the tips of its two tails into its foe. Magmortar, the Blast Pokemon, a fire type. Magmortar can shoot balls of fire out of its arms, although it has to avoid firing several at once. The buildup of such intense heat can cause melting. Apparently, each pair of Magmortar claims a separate volcano as home. Togekiss, the Jubilee Pokemon, a fairy and flying type. Togekiss flies around the world to seek out places of peace, bringing gifts and blessings to those who practice respect and harmony toward one another. Yanmega, the Ogre Darner Pokemon, a bug and flying type. With 4 wings on its back and 2 more on its tail to keep it balanced, Yanmega is capable of extremely high-speed flight. It can carry a full-grown person through the air. Leafeon, the Verdant Pokemon, a grass type. Leafeon doesn't need to eat because it uses photosynthesis to generate energy. A newly evolved Leafeon smells fresh and green, like spring grass, while an older one wafts the dry, crisp scent of autumn leaves. Glaceon, the Fresh Snow Pokemon, an ice type. The icy Glaceon has amazing control over its body temperature. It can freeze its own fur and then smash into an opponent with its spiky icicles that result. Gliscor, the Flying Scorpion Pokemon, a ground and flying type. Gliscor hangs upside down from trees, watching for its chance to attack. At the right moment, it silently swoops, with its long tail ready to seize its opponent. Mamoswine, the Twin-Tusk Pokemon, an ice and ground type. Mamoswine have been around since the last ice age, but the warmer climate reduced their population. Their huge twin tusks are formed of ice. Porygon Z, the virtual Pokemon, a normal type. Porygon Z underwent a programming upgrade that was supposed to enable travel between dimensions. Afterward, though, it started to exhibit odd behavior due to an apparent glitch in the new program. Gallade, the Blade Pokemon, a psychic and fighting type. A master of the blade, Gallade battles using the sword-like appendages that extend from its elbows. Probopass, the Pompous Pokemon, a grass and steel type. Probopass sends forth its 3 small mini-noses in strategic maneuvers to outflank an opponent in battle. The magnetic field that surrounds this Pokemon can disrupt or disable electrical devices in the area. Dusknoir, the Gripper Pokemon, a ghost type. Dusknoir senses signals from the spirit world with the antennae on its head. The signals tell it to guide lost spirits, and sometimes people. Frostlass, the Snowland Pokemon, an ice and ghost type. Apparently, the first Frostlass came into being when a woman was lost while exploring the snowy mountains. The frozen statues that decorate its icy lair may not be statues. Rotom, the Plasma Pokemon, an electric and ghost type. Scientists are conducting ongoing research on Rotom, which shows potential as a power source. Sometimes it sneaks into electrical appliances and causes trouble. Uxie, the Knowledge Pokemon, a psychic type. According to legend, Uxie brought the gift of intelligence to humankind. It is known as the Being of Knowledge. Mesprit, The emotion Pokemon, a psychic type. According to legend, Mesprit brought the first taste of joy and sorrow to people's hearts. It is known as the being of emotions. Azov, the willpower Pokemon, a psychic type. According to legend, Azov brought a lasting balance to the world. It is known as the being of willpower. Dialga, the temporal Pokemon, a steel and dragon type. It is said Dialga could control time with its mighty roar. In ancient times, it was reversed as a legendary. Palkia, the spatial Pokemon, a water and dragon type. It is said Palkia can cause rents and distortions in space. In ancient times, it was revered as a legend. Heatran, the lava dome Pokemon, a fire and steel type. Heatran makes its home in caves carved out by volcanic eruptions. This legendary Pokemon's feet can dig into rock, allowing it to walk on walls and ceilings. Regigigas, the colossal Pokemon, a normal type. According to legend, Regigigas builds smaller models of itself out of rock, ice, and magma. It is so enormous that it could load an entire continent behind it. Giratina, the Renegade Pokemon, a ghost and dragon type. As punishment, the legendary Pokemon Giratina was banished to another dimension, where everything is distorted and reversed. Cresselia, the lunar Pokemon, a psychic type. The glimmering particles that trail from Cresselia's wings resemble a veil. This legendary Pokemon, which brings happy dreams, is said to be a symbol of the crescent moon. Phione, the Sea Drifter Pokemon, a water type. Phione gather in large groups as they drift with the current through warm seas. After floating for a time, they always return home, no matter how far they have traveled. Manaphy, the seafaring Pokemon, a water type. From its earliest days, Manaphy has possessed the power to form close bonds with any Pokemon, no matter what kind. Darkrai, the pitch black Pokemon, a dark type. Darkrai defends its territory by sending intruders into a deep sleep, where they are tormented by terrible nightmares. Shaman, the gratitude Pokemon, a grass type. When the Gracidea flower blooms, Shaman gains the power of flight. Wherever it goes, it clears the air of toxins and brings feelings of gratitude. Shaman has the power to clean the environment in this form too. Once it has transformed, Shaman's sky form flies off to find a new home. And finally, Arceus, the alpha Pokemon, a normal type. In the mythology of the Sinnoh region, Arceus emerged from his eggs into complete nothingness and then shaped the world and everything in it. That's it of part 2 of my Sinnoh Pokemon research video. And to wrap it all up, we have an all-new Pokemon rap for all the Pokemon in the Sinnoh region. Here we go!
Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. It's a challenge for a boy or a girl. Can he do it? Just give it a whirl. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Gab like Donald Trump, coming out, Gastrodon, Bidoof, Bronzong, Weasel, Bastiodon, Glaceon, Gable, Grotto, Gliscor, Bond, Sleep, Burmy, Bunny, Reed, Bronzor, Ding, Ding, Chim, Cha, Cha, Chatteruby, Cricketot, Canados, Korogok, Combi, Obama, Snow, Azra, Arceus, Emma, Pomeriola, Rhyperior, Regigigas, Proton, Diamond and Pearl. Catch them all over the world. Gonna do your victory twirl. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Contact, Snowfur, Spiritomb, Starly, Skarroot, Beastaraptor, Shaman, Stunky, Magnezone, Mantech, Mesprit, Farnogi, Popatus, Hippodon, Shield, and Honchkrow, Tangrowth, Togekiss, Tacticorsa, Raviga, Piplup, Primplup, Perugly, Palkia, Probopass, Protozee, Floatzel, Pachirisu, Frostlass, Speedball, Bibaroo, Badu. You gotta take a journey through Sinnoh. You gotta learn from where you've been. Doesn't matter if you lose or win. You gotta take it on the chin. Mime Junior, Magmar, Darkrai, Drapion, Dialga, Dustorm, Molten, Cherub, Driplup, Driploom, Luxio, Lucario, Roselia, Kricketune, Hapanili, Lopini, Vespukin, Finian, Electrifier, Polygon, Leafy, Luminian. Gallic, Loser, Raiden, Fernate, Flux, Ray, Heat, Tram, Glumadam, Giratina, Theonane. Oxy, Licky, Turbo, Part of the Terra, Omega, Shinx, Shellos. Carnivine, Nanoswine, Manaphy, Pokemon, Gab and I.